So in the very first video of Module 1, we took a look at ITT short sentence interpretations. So in part 2, and always video 2 of every module, it's going to be ITT content, but longer sentences or passages. So what you have to keep in mind is in the first part, you can focus on details, you can focus on using, more and specific words because the sentences are shorter. However, in the second part, I really want you to focus more on what is the overall meaning, okay? So if I took this long sentence or this long passage, how could you say it in really just a sentence or 2 sentences? So how we're going to do these questions coming up is you're going to listen to the recording as a whole. As you listen, I want you to take notes. This is what real interpreters do. They listen and they take notes. Now you're not writing everything that they're saying. That's impossible. You're listening and you're making short notes or just even writing a word or 2 words about what was that sentence about. Okay? And then you're going to take a look at all of your words and then create your interpretation. But what we'll do for this video to help you with some vocabulary and grammar structure is we'll play the video or we'll play the recording so you can listen. And then I'm actually going to go through each sentence in detail, like the short sentence interpretations. And then we're going to listen to it again. And then I'm going to give you a summary, so what your interpretation should look like if you're doing it just as one whole. Okay? So let's get started with number 1.
1-2 Korean to English sentences 귀하의 12월 2일자 이메일에 대한 답변으로 상사의 종합 카탈로그를 PDF 파일 형식으로 첨부해 보내드릴 수 있게 되어 기쁩니다. 카탈로그는 가격, 배송 및 보증 정보가 실려 있습니다. 추가 질문이 있으시면 제가 기꺼이 직접 답변을 드리겠습니다. 그동안에 저는 귀하의 첫 주문을 기다리겠습니다. 저희 웹사이트에서 특정 모델에 관한 더 많은 정보를 얻으실 수 있습니다. 이 프로젝트와 관련한 귀하의 질문에 답변을 드리게 되어 기쁩니다. 첨부된 자료가 도움이 됐으면 합니다.
Okay, so we took a listen to that first recording. I really hope that you made some notes on specific words, right? Maybe the words that you don't know how to say in English, and a basic overall picture of what this passage or these couple sentences were about. All right, so usually then we would take what you wrote, kind of put it together, and you would use it in your own interpretation as a summary. But for now, for these modules and for these videos, I'm actually going to go through each sentence in detail. Right? And then I'm going to put it together and say if I really condense it, if I put it in 1 or 2 sentences, what it would be. So let's take a listen at the very first sentence one more time.
귀하의 12월 2일자 이메일에 대한 답변으로 상사의 종합 카탈로그를 PDF 파일 형식으로 첨부해 보내드릴 수 있게 되어 기쁩니다.
Alright, so going off from the last video, I always said focus on your verb. What is the main verb? And also, if there's lots of parts to the sentence, what is the most important part? Well, it was the very end part, right? What they said was 첨부해 보내드릴 수 있게 되어 기쁩니다. 기쁩니다. What would this mean? I am happy. Right? But we don't want to use the word happy. Instead, a better business and formal word would be pleased. Okay? Pleased, and then generally you see it in this structure. Pleased to do something. So who is pleased? They are. Okay? So they say, I am pleased. What? 뭐를 보내기 위해서. 뭐를 보낼 수 있으니까, right? So remember, I am pleased to 보내, send. Send what? They're talking about their catalog. Right? It says here, 상사의 종합 카탈로그. So, 상사의, this would be what? In detail, detailed, specific. Another good word for detailed would be comprehensive. Comprehensive means very, very in detail, like thoroughly. Okay, so that's another adjective you can use instead of just detailed, but both are quite good. So we are pleased to send who? You. Here we don't need to because send already gives the feeling of a direction, right? So we are pleased to send you now what? Comprehensive catalog, right? Comprehensive product catalog. But whose? Remember, catalog is countable. It's ours. So we are pleased to send you our comprehensive product catalog catalog. Now what are we missing here? We're talking about PDF 파일로 첨부했다, right? So this is talking about what? This is talking about the catalog, and it actually ends quite nicely because we said we're pleased to send you our detailed product catalog. Now we're going to talk about the catalog, and then when we want to talk about it more, describing it, remember here is when we use which is or that is, right? It's the same structure as when you have a person who. Okay, so a comprehensive product catalog that is, now what is the verb here? Attached. Attached, right? Attached in some form, in PDF form. Now remember the rule with this, when we're describing the object with which is or that is you can actually omit it, right? So your full sentence would be something like, I am pleased, or we are pleased, if you're speaking on behalf of your company, we are pleased to send you our comprehensive product catalog attached in PDF form, or you could say PDF format. Now we're missing one other thing, just the very beginning, right? It really has no meaning to the big picture here. It's just kind of an introductory sentence or an intro. So here they're saying 대한 답변으로. So people can say in response to, or this is a reply to, but maybe a little higher level word is we say in respect to what? The response, the reply, right? So your email of which day, or you could use the word on December 2nd, okay, comma, and then you go into the main sentence, which was, we are pleased to send you our comprehensive product catalog attached in PDF format.